Hello beautiful people, this is Robyn Thomas with Resemble Me by Robyn. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again with me today. As you can see from the title of the video, I'm going to be doing a takedown of my client's braids, and I'm going to be doing a natural hairstyle for her as well. So just a little bit about this client's install. So I believe she had this install in for 10 weeks. Okay, so she had this install in for 10 weeks, and of course I always start my clients off with their moisture routine. Well, she actually had a full service appointment, so she received hair care prior to her appointment, and then at the end of her install I always start my clients off with their moisture routine. So using the Roots Moisture Mist, and then I go in with for her, I use the Roots Hair and Body Oil because the essential oils are too heavy for her scalp. She's a little more on the sensitive side, so she's unable to use the enhanced Roots Hair and Body Oil, so she uses the regular, which is also what I use again at the end of her appointment to start her off. From then, every day she used the Roots Moisture Mist, and then about every 3 days she used the Roots Hair and Body Oil to help maintain her hair and to keep her hair nice and moisturized throughout the style. If you have come back to me many times before, or if you and for those of you who are new here, I believe that hair health is extremely important. People all the time talk about how braids break off their hair, and if the braider is doing their part and not installing tension styles, not installing putting too much hair on it, doing too much pulling, and just being aggressive, if they have done their part right, then the breakage is not coming from them. The breakage is coming from you. If you go, in her case, 10 weeks without putting a drop of water to your hair, absolutely, as you're taking your braids down, your hair is going to break. And that's something that I really want to point out. A lot of people think that oil is where you get your moisture. No. Oil seals in your moisture. You get moisture from water. The moisture mist has rose water mixed with some essential oils, okay? Water is your moisture. So that your moisture does not dry out so fast, you seal it in with oil, okay? Water is your moisture. Oil is your sealant, okay? So moisturizing or spritzing her hair every day kind of reactivates the oil that's already there. And then she, like I said, she goes every 3 days to re-oil it to make sure that her hair is staying nice and moisturized, so that when she goes to take her braids down, she doesn't have to deal with breakage, only shed hair. And that's something that you have to keep in mind. Your hair has nowhere to go when it's in a braid, so yes, your hair is going to shed. However, with your takedown, you should not have breakage along with your shed hair, okay? So again, if you have come here many times before, you guys have seen. If you are new, I do finger detangle takedowns because I think it is the best way to detangle a person's hair for no breakage, okay? It is extremely beneficial. And back on the point of her moisturizing her hair throughout the style, it makes it really easy for her takedown when I'm detangling it, not needing any water, not needing any oil, not needing any conditioner or any assistance, because her hair was thoroughly moisturized throughout her entire install. Not to mention, on top of her daily maintenance, she also will wash her hair about every 3 to 4 weeks. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that her pores are clean, so that her hair can come out and have that beautiful new growth, and it's not, stuck up in there. And again, to keep her hair nice and moisturized throughout the style. Protective styles are not meant to forget about your hair. Protective styles are to help you not have to manipulate your hair so often. But while you have those protective styles in, if you want to retain your length and you want to have healthy hair growing in, you have to do your part as well. Okay, so all those products I mentioned are on my website at www.resemblemebyrobyn.com. Another one I would like to mention is the Roots Fertilizer Hot Oil Treatment I use for her deep condition, or her hot oil treatment. I said deep condition. I use for her hot oil treatment. So it's really cold right now in San Diego. It's cold, on top of the wind blowing, on top of the sun being in the sky, which is super drying. So it's like 3 elements that are really, that could really harm, you know, a person's hair, or set a person back if they're not doing what they should be doing. So for her wash routine before even installing these braids, for her hot oil treatment, I opted to use the Roots Fertilizer hot oil treatment, just to help her her scalp and her hair have a little bit of that moisture just that's already in there. You know what I'm saying? So that's also on the website if you would like to purchase that. It is a much thicker oil, which is really beneficial to helping it stay around and last long. It's also very good. I actually just sold it the other day. I had a client ask me about it for her daughter, and she said she was needing something a little bit thicker because her daughter hair just soaks up, you know, product. And so she chose to purchase the Roots Fertilizer hot oil treatment to use for her ends, okay? To use for those ends to really seal it, because it's really cold and her daughter's hair is about the length of where the shirt stops, where the shirt starts. So whenever her daughter's kind of like moving her head and stuff, her ends are steady grazing across her shirt, you know, which is steady drying it out. So that thicker oil is really going to help to seal that in. And if she's having that, you know, traction, it's not going to harm her hair, because she's going to continue to put that on about every 3 days and making sure that her hair is nice and moisturized. Remember, she's not just using the oil. She definitely uses the moisture mist prior to the oil so that it seals in that moisture, and that thicker oil helps to seal that in. Okay, so again, that is also found on my booking site. So you'll see in this video me detangling her hair. My steps that I like to choose is to take all the braids down. I feel that this really does help with time. So taking out one braid and detangling it, taking out another, that just takes too much time. So take out all of your braids. Okay, take out all of the braids first, and then I just place it into a ponytail, and I take the piece of hair that was an actual braid. I just take that and I detangle it by itself. I do not use any I don't use the part of the comb. I may use like the rat tail if it's like really bunched up, you know what I'm saying, because that's something you have to think of. Yes, your hair and your scalp can be clean from washing it and stuff like that, but you have a lint that's just falling all over the place, stuff that you can't even see, you know what I'm saying, that's always falling, that'll get on the tips, the roots of your hair, or excuse me, where the line of demarcation where your natural hair grows in, the braid starts. Okay, so you'll see where it's a little matted a little bit, you know, from washing and drying and washing and drying. Okay, and you'll get a chance to see exactly how I detangle her hair. But again, I take all the braids out, then I take one piece at a time and detangle it that way, and then I take my wide tooth comb and just kind of comb out all the extra hair I may not have gotten for some reason, and then I go in for the actual wash day. So all of the products that are used will be shown here. Again, if you want to purchase any of my products, they are available online. Quick shipping, www.resemblemebyrobyn.com. I also always have it throughout the duration of the video. So yeah, I'm just going to leave you guys to watch how I take down her hair and I do her install. Another thing I would like to say is, if you keep a braid style in for a long time, it is not beneficial to go right back into braids. It is very, very beneficial for you to let your hair rest. Now, you don't have to let it be out in the fro or anything like that. You can put it in the style, so again, you're not manipulating it. So it goes from being a protective style to a low manipulation style when you're just doing it with your hair. But you do have access to continue to moisturize your hair without having to daily necessarily style it by, you know, detangling it and re-putting twists in and things like that. So the style we did for her, in mind, I had for it to last about 4 weeks. Sometimes her scalp needs washing a little sooner. Some people's scalps are a little bit different, so she may not keep it in for 4 weeks, just depending, about 2 to 4 weeks. But on average, 4 weeks is not bad. It's not bad to have the low manipulation style in while you're giving your hair a much needed rest after after you've had your braids in. And yes, I do low density braids, but it still hair added that does not come out of your scalp. You know what I'm saying? So taking a break is always very, very important. All right, so I'm gonna leave you guys to it. I hope that you enjoyed this video today. If you are not subscribed and would like more informational videos when it comes to braid and protective styles, definitely subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you know exactly when I upload another video. Share this with someone who you think this might be helpful with, someone who always complains about their takedown. Maybe I have something in here that will help them assist their takedown be a lot more smoother. If you are in the San Diego area and you need your braids taken down and some nice TLC after your install, definitely email me at resemblemeby.robyn@gmail.com. I would be happy to take your braids down. No, you do not have to be a client of mine, or no, I do not have to be the one who put the braids in for you. Okay, they do not have to be my braids. I will do a takedown for you, a nice finger detangle, so that you are able to retain all of that beautiful length that you just gained from your protective style. Give you some TLC, and if you would like a natural hairstyle after that, we most definitely can do one for you so that you can rest into your next protective style or until the next style that you decide to do. Give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment if you have something to say. I would be glad to respond to it if I have a response. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys continue watching the video, and I will see you beautiful people next time. Peace and blessings.
Pure soul music, man.